the artist, you may be on a large data science team where you're only responsible for one or two of these things. Depending on your skill set, you could be very excited right now. If you're creative, but also want to love data, you could be a data artist and design beautiful visualizations. If you're the kind of person that likes to go through data and is very detail oriented, you could be a detective. If you love programming, the automator could be for you. So any of these roles are available. Some organizations will have one person doing all of them, and some organizations will have an individual for each of them. Now, when you think about the data detective and you think about the data wrangler, they're really trying to figure out different types of data. Now, the big thing in data analytics there are three different types of analytics that you can perform. So data science really does three things. The first is descriptive. Descriptive analytics is the form of data analytics that you use past behavior to summarize what happened. This is what a lot of businesses struggle with. They have all of this customer data, they have all this data from the internet, but they can't put it together to figure out what happened. Why did our sales go down? We know they went down, but we don't know why. That's descriptive analytics. It is arguably the easiest way to do data science. The second is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics wants us to figure out what will happen in the future. It is a way of using old data to make guesses about what will happen in the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. A lot of businesses want this. They want to know that their next few years will be good, or they'll be bad, or what they need to do in order to make smart decisions. So the third type of analytics is prescriptive. Prescriptive analytics is the method of having data present you choices. So this is the most difficult of the three when it comes to the basic data analytics path. Prescriptive analytics will give you choices. It will say, if you do the following, then these situations will occur. So here are three choices you can make. You can either increase inventory, you can increase staff, or you can raise the price of your products. And these are the likely results of each one of these. So it gives you a choice to do those things. So these are the three basic types of data analytics that you would do on a day-to-day basis. Along with that, there are three different types of data. There's structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. Most organizations have structured data. This is just data that's already contained. It's easy to access. You can use programs like Excel, Tableau, or Power BI to get at it. Unstructured data is data that doesn't have any organizational hierarchy to it. It's data that you may need to write a program to understand. And semi-structured data lives between the two. So as a data wrangler, you're going to be looking at these types of data. And as a data detective, you're going to be trying to comb through data that makes sense, data that doesn't make any sense, and data that kind of makes sense when you're going through your day-to-day progressions. A lot of organizations, smaller businesses, have tons of structured data, and they don't really have anything else because they're only collecting data from a few sources. Larger businesses have structured, unstructured, and semi-structured, which creates a big mess of data that as a data scientist, you'll need to sort through. So on any given day, you'll be working with things that make sense, things that don't make any sense, and things that make some sense, which is really exciting if this is a career that you want to push forward with. Now, we've talked about the artist as well. And so what do they do? Well, an artist is responsible for taking data like you see on your screen here, something that we could probably dig into, but would have to spend a lot of time combing through and trying to understand and figuring out who did what and all of that. And they're responsible for taking it and turning it into something like this. This is a map of adults who sleep less than 7 hours per night. The data is represented at the bottom, and this map came from a single Excel spreadsheet. Now, that Excel spreadsheet is very challenging to get through, but within a minute or two of looking at this map, we can start to make some inferences from here. We can start guessing as to why certain areas of the United States don't sleep well. As someone from here, I can tell you that it could be due to climate. Many of the areas that don't sleep well have a warmer climate. That could have something to do with it. It could have something to do with economics. A lot of the areas that sleep well are more industrial centers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are many things we could guess. We don't really know the answers, but the idea here is that we want to go from an Excel spreadsheet or some various form of structured or unstructured data, and we want to create these beautiful visualizations. Somebody asked earlier about being an entrepreneur. If you can provide data insights that are easy to understand, that any business can make a decision based off of, then you can absolutely make tons of money doing data science, because that's what every business is looking for. Now, it isn't just enough for us to kind of find the data, do some analytics, and then put it to rest. A lot of businesses, once they get a valuable insight, will want it repeated. And the easiest way to do that is through machine learning. Now, I'll tell you, machine learning is a function of artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence and data science go hand in hand. So if you are excited about data and you think artificial intelligence is the next big thing, and it is, this is the perfect career path. Now, this requires a lot of programming and math understanding. To create these things called algorithms, which basically train computers how to think and make predictions. There are many different types of machine learning. There's supervised, unsupervised, there's referential learning, reinforcement learning, et cetera. All of this is a deep dive into AI, which is something that smart learning can provide you. But the basics of machine learning are this: you create an algorithm, and that algorithm tells the computer how to make a prediction. You feed some data into the computer. Maybe it's data you have in the past where you know what happened. Maybe it's data where you don't know what happened. The computer will then take that data and it will evaluate and make predictions. Now, when it makes those predictions, it will learn whether it's right or wrong, and then it will rewrite its own algorithms to improve. So as you are finding these data insights and they're turning out to be true, you're using things like prescriptive analytics and you're making guesses and the guesses turn out to be good, the computer will start feeding you more information that's similar to the guesses that you've made very good. If you've ever used a social media app, right? If you've ever used Facebook or Twitter or TikTok and you've liked a post, that tells the Facebook algorithm to give you more information like that. If you've ever clicked on an advertisement, that tells the Facebook algorithm to give you more information. And that's exactly what machine learning is. That is a discipline within inside of data science that anyone can get into. So those are some basic things about data science. We know about data analytics. We know about machine learning. We know about data visualization and the different types of data. We know that inside a data science opportunity, there could be 5 different roles. You could be the detective. You could be the wrangler. You could be the visualizer or the connector. You could be the person who helps automate. All of these things are open for eager minds to grow their careers. And that is what smart learning is here to help you do. These are examples of training paths that you can get into to learn about data science. Now, I want to tell you, if you are new on this call to anything data related, there are 2 great courses that smart learning can offer you. One is called Artificial Intelligence Biz, and the other is called Data Science Biz, AI and DS Biz. These are introductory courses that go more in depth than what I've done today on the topics that I've started to cover. I personally teach both of these and can help Smart Learning deliver this content to you. Smart Learning can deliver it themselves. AI and DSBiz are a great place if you really just want to learn more, and they get you some badges and industry credentials when you take them, so organizations can see that you've started your data science journey. If you want to be a data analyst, my suggestion to you is to start with Excel. Excel is used in over 99% of businesses. It's for about 80% of businesses. It's their primary data science tool. So you can start with some basic Excel learning. That will get you on your path. If an organization uses Tableau or Power BI, you can take those types of courses. That would get you to a data analyst position, and you can take this training in a few weeks. Now, introduction to data science is really going to be about learning programming. Again, I suggest Python first. Now, I want to make it very clear. Somebody asked about Kaggle, and I want to be clear here. There are about 50 different data science programming languages. There's about 50 different data science tools. There are lots of ways to explore the data science journey. And every one of those tools has its own place and value. My talking point here are to individuals who don't have a background in this. So the first thing you need to do is get a background. You need to learn Python. I will die on this hill. Python is the most ubiquitous programming language in the world. It is the most often used in data science. It far surpasses R. And if you learn Python and data science doesn't work out, there are about 1,000 other careers you can go into that use Python. So I always suggest to people that they start their data science journey by learning Python. Smart Learning can provide you with an intro, advanced, and data science course specifically around Python. Once you've decided that data science is the career for you, I would recommend becoming certified in data science and AI, and that is something that Smart Learning can also do. There are lots of different other things you can do. For example, you can learn SQL, you can learn modern database design, you can learn other Python skills. And finally, you can become a certified ethical emerging technologist. That is an exploding field right now, trying to understand how we're going to use all of this technology ethically. So there are many ways to get started with your data science journey. All of these things can be training that you can get from Smart Learning. You don't necessarily need a college degree, and you can start today. Yep, sorry, froze. I know, it happens every once in a while. And so you can start today. You can start this journey today. And that's really it. Now, Smart Learning has some really great things they can do beyond just offering you the training. And I'm going to turn it back over to Wally so he can finish up our presentation here.
All right, thank you so much, John, for your time today. You have completely demystified the mysteries behind data science. Nothing too hard, nothing to remove. You have just blown our minds away. I believe the question most people are asking now would be, where do we go from here? What are the next steps? How do I register for this course? And that's the sort of question that I believe most people, would have in their mind at the moment. And this is where Smart Learning come in collaboration with Logical Operation. So on top of what you're going to be getting, because we believe that people are in different places or different stages in their career at the moment. Some people are just starting. Some people just know what data science is from theoretical viewpoint. Some are just learning about the tons of opportunities that are out there today, as you know, if you help us to understand. Some are university, students. Some don't even have a university or degree at all, and they are just wondering, all of this thing sounds very good, wonderful. How can I become part of it? So on top of what you're going to be getting in the training, the presentation slide that you can see before you, we call it the candidate's journey. This is what we do very well in smart learning, and also in collaboration with logical operation and SAT as well. So today, we have had the opportunity to learn about all the opportunities that is there. And for some of you that's going to be wanting to take this further, there would be a link that one of my colleagues will share with, on this platform anytime soon. You could register so that we can contact you anytime that you want. But what I'm going to be talking about in the next few minutes is particularly around this candidate's journey. People are in different places in their life, and some people might just be wondering, oh, can I actually do this? Oh, Python, maybe it's just too difficult. I don't have a university degree. Do you think I can do this, Wale? Or do you think I can do this journey? And that's what we do. That's what we offer in smart learning. By helping you, hand-holding you, supporting you up until the time that you become that data scientist that you so much desire. So we start this journey off, by the pre-course training. So if you decide that this is for you, there would be another meeting once you register that we're going to schedule with you. It would be one step higher than what John has just shown us today, where we're also going to be looking at all the opportunities, and we'll spend quality time talking about all the certifications and the courses and what you will learn as well. For some of you that are unsure, we will do what we call the personality trait assessment with you, just to get a bit of understanding of where you have come from and your background as well. You would agree with me that people are different. Quite a number of people would have some inherent skills that you have that you are not even aware of. So with the personality trait assessment, we can help you to uncover that and also point you in the right direction, whether data science or maybe other cybersecurity courses is best for you. Once we do that and you're happy to go ahead with the training, we'll do what we call the candidate onboarding. This is where we will share with you before the training materials in data science that would help you, because we want you to come armed into the training. We don't just want you to just get into the training and you're wondering what this is all about. So there would be a whole lot of materials that we're going to share with you when we're onboarding you onto our platform before the training. That would help you, prepare you for the actual training itself. Then the training will take place. So the training, which is the 4th level, the training would be it would be in conjunction with smart learning and logical operation. The training would, in terms of the duration of the training, we would come back to you on that one, especially for those that's going to be registering with us. It's not, again, just the training, it's a program. So if you think about the 5th step, which is the practical, the tell and show. So this is not just going to be theoretical at all. We're going to be taking some practical steps. So whatever that you have learned in the course of the training, you will get the opportunity to actually put them into practice. And for those, that want to take, again, this, you want to go and apply for a job with this, we will support you with CV mentoring and also with CV review as well. We're creating a community of data scientists in smart learning. And for those that are interested and want to join us, we have a group for cybersecurity already, and we're also creating another group for data science. And it does not really matter where you are in your career at the moment. So whether you're an expert or whether you're just starting out, one thing that we do very well in smart learning is the ability to support people, is the ability to handhold you up until the time that you feel confident and you can now start to apply for a job. And the last on the program that you can see here in the candidate's journey is, when somebody secures a job. But before you secure a job, you would agree with me that you have to be interviewed. And this is where we also come in as well. We've been doing this in the last 7 years. So we're quite experienced in that area, understanding your need and also ability to support you with interviews. So usually with the interview prep, this is where we get experts on the call, supporting you. We get the job description, and before the interview, we get, few experts on the call, to understand what the job is, and also to provide you with insight on how you can actually smash that interview. And the end is you securing a job. And if you secure a job, you still want to be part of Smart Learning. We have our alumni. All right, the alumni of Smart Learning, those are people that have passed through our training, people that have been successful and also secured a job, well, in cybersecurity and in data science as well. So you become part of our alumni, and you can also contribute to the platform. There's also something we do very well as well. We call this post-training support. So it does not really matter whether you start off with us and you secure a job immediately, but as long as you're part of this little family that we have, you would always get support from us as at any time that you need it. So this journey that you see here has been tested, we've tried it, we've studied, it has always worked. So beyond we actually training you, we want to be a part of that journey, supporting you up until the time that you feel comfortable to apply for a job, even to the point where you secure the job. So my colleague Tosin would have posted the link there. This is my contact information for those that are interested. Don't forget here, we're actually doing this whole training in collaboration with Logical Operation and SAT Nessus. The plan is in the next 3 months, for those that's going to be registering with us, we want to get up to 100 people in the next 3 months. This might seem like a very tall ambition, but that's exactly what we wanted to do. We want to get up to 100 people job ready in the next 3 months. 100 people job ready. So I said earlier on that the plan that we have is we're going to create a community of data science entities and also specialists as well, and those that wanted to come into that space. So if that is you, if that's what you want to do, please by all means, reach out to us. We have our telephone number both in the UK and also in Africa, Nigeria. You can reach out to me on my LinkedIn profile. We have a link posted in the chat box. Complete that link, and we can also reach out to you as well. We're so excited about what data science what data science is, and the job opportunity. And for those that also want to go into business with it as well, the opportunity that lies therein. So please, by all means, complete that form, and we would reach out to you. If you have any question for us, the floor would be open. You can post your question there. I'm going to be looking at the chat box. I don't know if John has answered all the questions that is there. So if you have any question for us, please, by all means, let us know. We would be more than happy to answer your question. We can pause the recording in the next few minutes. If there are any questions, if you want to raise your hand up, we would unmute you, and you can ask myself or John any questions that you want. Any questions for us? All right, somebody's raising up their hands there. So Kemi Thompson. Kemi, do you want to unmute yourself and answer and ask your question, please?
Hi, hi John. Hi, Wale.
Hi.
Present. It was really very insightful. So I just want to know to what being a cloud architect. So I know I would have data coming in through my IP, for example, or if I've got like images going into my bucket, on AWS. So I just know to what level do I need to be able to use data science to help with organizing such data.
John, do you want to help with that question?
Well, it's really going to depend on what you're trying to do, right? Because AWS has platforms. So if you're talking AWS specific, AWS has analytics engines already built into it to do that. Most of the time, places like, services like that will do some of the analytics for you. And so if you're talking about just cloud architecture and you are using a platform like AWS or Azure or Google, they have analytics engines for you. Most of the time where you'll see data science in cloud is you're going to see it in the data wrangling portion. It's getting the data from these different cloud subsets and pulling them down. And then you're going to run your own algorithms against that because there's something very specific you wanted to do. So a lot of businesses, when they're looking for understanding their data, that's a component of the data analyst career, right? If they're exclusively using a cloud vendor like AWS, they're going to want to be able to have someone who understands how to use the analytics built into that. It's when you get into bigger companies where they need to go beyond the analytics that are available in a cloud platform that you're going to want to pull the data off of the cloud and run your own algorithms against it.
Okay, thanks, John. So to what level, I mean, if I want to have an understanding of data analytics, so to what level do I, need to?
Well, there's two different ways to go about that. One is that I would very much suggest getting a good handle on Excel. The reason being is that oftentimes you can import data very easily off of a cloud platform into Excel. And there's a lot of data visualization you can do with Excel, and Excel is a pretty easy program to learn. The second thing is that you're going to want to explore the specific cloud platform even further. With AWS, for an example, AWS has its own analytics training that you would really want to dive into because their feature set's pretty robust. Now you're paying for that when you pay for AWS. So you need to learn how to use it. And that's something that that's training in and of itself. I didn't include that type of specific cloud vendor training in this type of class because that is specific to the vendor. So that's something, but you could absolutely dive into that. I would start getting really comfortable with Excel because if all else fails, you can pull data off and do some analyzation work inside of Excel.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, John, for that. So there are a few questions in the chat box. If you have any question, please, by all means, you can raise your hand and we would unmute you so that you can ask your question. So someone is asking, this is going to be free? No, the actual training or the premium training is not going to be free. It's going to be, you have to pay for it. If you're interested, Samuel, by all means, the link is there. Complete the form and we would reach out to you. But trust me, this is going to be heavily discounted. This is the first time we're doing a data science related training, and we want to ensure that, we just want to encourage people. But the actual training itself is going to be a live training. So you're not watching video, you're not watching a pre-recorded video, if I can put it that way. It's going to be live training, so you're going to be talking to someone that's an expert in this area. Another question here by a guy called Oluwajuwon says here, idea internship opportunity for students in data science. Not at the moment that we have in Smart Learning, but if it's something that you're looking to do, keep in touch with us. We might have something for you now or in the future.
Now, I just want to let you know they exist.
Okay.
Yeah, there are tons of data science internship opportunities out there. More specifically, there's a lot of places will skip the internship and hire you if you have the right skill set.
Okay.
So yeah, I know that's not something that you specifically do, but they exist out there. But again, more specifically, there are about 10 times as many job openings for data scientists and data analysts than there are people to fill the career. So for every 10 postings, there's one person with the skill set to do it. So when you learn these types of skills, you are instantly employable.
Get it. Okay, so what you would recommend is, so for this gentleman that have asked this question, we recommend that learn the skills, then you're employable.
Yes, absolutely. If you have these skills, then you are in a position where you can make a lot of money very quickly.
Good. I like the one, a lot of money. So I think there's another question about whether the training is going to be physical or online. It's going to be online training. It's going to be an instructor-led training. So it's not going to be one of those pre-course recorded training. It will be the one that you're going to interact with an instructor. So it's going to be virtual. So there's another question. Is there any specific entry qualification needed to join the course track? For instance, being a science track student in high school. I think, John, you talked about that. You quickly want to comment on it again in terms of entry qualification.
So if it helps to have an interest in math, but it's not necessary. If you have no skills, in this, if you're just learning about what this is right now, I would suggest taking an AI or DS Biz class and learning more about this. And then if you're still interested, all you need is a keen mind and be excited about learning programs like Excel. And that's where you start. And I am convinced that anyone who's got a good mind and is excited about this can start with Excel and end up being a data scientist.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Somebody was asking the question about in the course duration. We reckon that this is going to take, the program and including the practicals and everything I'm going to be showing you, helping you with your resume as well. We reckon that this is going to take 4 good weeks. So we will train you, then every other thing that we mentioned during the course, during the candidate's journey. We will train you, get you ready, then support you from there as well for those they may want to try their, try out the job that is in the marketplace. So that's exactly the kind of duration that we think, the kind of, the time that this would take. I'm interested in the training. I'm already a data analyst. I would like to advance. How many months do I need to get before I certify? So again, we have that certification track that John has shared with us. If it's okay, Adiola, my colleague is going to share the link with you. So complete that. Complete the information in the link and we will reach out to you to support you. It's also important that she let you know that we're going to be having what we call the pre-course. So today, today is kind of general where we're talking to everybody, but with the pre-course, we will spend a quality time one-on-one with the individuals to understand your journey, where you are. It's very, very important as well. And for you are a data science already, a data analyst already. So perhaps you know how to understand how to slice and dice, data using Excel. Maybe for others, you have not just come from a different background entirely, and it does not really matter, what background you have come from. And, if you're really keen and you're interested in data science, we will listen to you, we will support you, then we'll also advise you on how to get into the space. All right. Somebody's asking how many hours for each of the training. So like I said, this is going to be a live training and we're going to spread it across 1 month. Okay. We understand some people, they work in the daytime. So, you can't just, take off, you can, take 1 month off just because you want to study data science. So having said that, what we normally do in Smart Learning is for each of our courses, particularly even with the data science as well, we would, train you, 2 hours training in a day, across multiple days. So 2 hours in a day across multiple days. And what that would help you to do is you don't have to leave your paid employment at the moment. You don't have to lose anything. You don't have to lose money. You're still working while you're also, getting trained as well. And after the training, then, you can start to apply for jobs. I hope that helps you. So, it would be across multiple days, but every day is going to be 2 hours. Okay. I hope that helps. And also just to let you know as well with the candidate's journey, if you take the slide, to the candidate's journey, we'll be running up shortly. For the candidate's journey, and maybe for those that just joined us, we said that, for everyone that have registered, what we'll do is we will reach out to you. We would have another pre-course, training section, We would have a one-on-one section with you as well to understand your background and where you're coming from, so that we can make the right recommendations of the courses for you. All right. It's good that you can go online, and check all of the details out. But sometimes, or even it's better for you to speak to an expert, all right, that would advise you further and on the courses that you on the list of courses that you can choose from, particularly the certification track. All right, it's better for you. And for those that you even have a data science background, everything is possible. It is doable if you're willing to learn. But we're going to be spending time with you as well, to assess your knowledge, where you have come from. There might just be some transferable skills that you have that you can bring into the data science space. All right, and if data science is not for you at all, and you're still very much keen about other things, maybe cybersecurity, then we can advise you further. So I said that the level 3 days where we do the candidate onboarding. Before the training, we will again send you materials that you can read ahead before you join the actual training. So what we wanted to do is we want to harm you with information before coming into the live training itself. And like I said, the live training would take for a period of 1 month. And this will include practical, which is a tell and show. Then after that, if you're comfortable, you're ready, have to start to go to the marketplace to apply for jobs. You will write your own CV, or we could even point you to an organization. We work with some organization that would help you to write your CV up, make it nice and tidy and professional as well. And once you do that, you're happy to start to apply for jobs. Then what follows is usually the mock interview or interview preparation. And afterwards, you secure the job, and you can become part of our alumni if you want. I don't know if there are any other questions there.
Yes, there's a question from Talabi. He said, is the certificate industry recognized?
Yeah, I believe so. John, do you quickly want to comment on the certificate?
Yeah, there's lots of certifications in the training path that I shared. I'm going to go back to this slide here. Anything with the check mark next to it has an industry recognized certification from CertNexus. And then the Python certifications are available. Microsoft Excel has certifications that are available. Tableau and Power BI have certifications that are available. So any of these really all have industry certifications that go with them. The ones with the check marks have highly recognized, accredited industry certifications that go with them.
Fantastic. On top of that as well, so once you complete this training, we also give you a certificate of participation from Smart Learning. And we're a member of an accreditation body here in the UK as well. So you will get, a certificate of participation. Then you would also get, if you do any of those certification track, you will get those, industrial recognized, certificate as well. Any other question, Tosin?
You have people raising their hands. Oluwafemi, do you?
Okay.
Ask you to unmute.
Do you want to unmute him? As long as I think Hassan Idris also raised up his hand as well.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you for a wonderful presentation.
Great.
So like my own is like, in terms of the courses we'll be doing, is there any course contents, or are you going to share the course content with you? And
yes.
Also I put a question on the chat box
about
the inferential analytics. Where does inferential analytics fall? Because I saw predictive analytics, descriptive, and prescriptive. I don't know where inferential analytics fall.
Okay, I can ask the first question. What was your first question again? Sorry.
Okay, my first question was talking about the content. I think you have answered that. You say yes, they will share the course contents with us.
Absolutely. Yeah, we will share that with you before the training. All you just need to do now, is this Azan? I don't know who's talking, but register, use the link to see if you can post the link again. Ensure that you register, and we will share the course outline and the learning objectives with you as well. All right, John, do you want to quickly help him with the other question?
Yeah, you don't often use inferential analytics in data science because you're typically not trying to assume anything about a population. The point of data science is to not have to assume anything about a population set. It can be used if you're trying to take an incomplete data set and extrapolate it out. But usually data scientists work with the data that they have. Now, in very large, very deep data sets, when you're doing what's called deep learning, which is a subset of machine learning, and you're using a neuron-based artificial intelligence modality, that's where inferential statistical analysis really comes into play in the algorithm. So when you're doing deep learning is a method of artificial intelligence which does not have a value associated with the problem you're trying to solve. So I'll give you an example. With machine learning, I can show a computer 1,000 photos and 50 of them have human faces in it. And I can kind of teach it what a human face looks like, because I know what I want it to do is find human faces in photos. So I can teach it what a human face looks like. In deep learning, what you do is the computer will learn what a human face is from millions of photographs, but it will learn it on its own. And that's where inferential usually comes into play. But that is so far down the path of what you do. Most data scientists don't really get into this.
All right, thank you for that explanation.
That's a long answer for a short question. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Well, thanks for that. Tosin, do we have any other person? I think Hassan. Then we have Ade.
Yeah, Hassan and Adetola.
Do you want to take Hassan first? Hassan,
hello?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Okay. Hassan.
Yeah, go for it, Hassan.
Okay. Currently, let me say I have my certificate, or let me say degree in financial engineering. That's a field in data science. So I think where I think I need to brush more on my studies, the practical aspect, that is where I have to do much of programs like Python. So I was not able to get the program from the beginning. I don't know if you have something like that, but I think from what I hear now, talking about deep learning, machine learning, and like that, I think it's included. And since you say it's going to be a one-on-one class, or like I have access to tutor, I think will it make my own study more faster? Since I already have the knowledge about this, I think the only aspect I need to work on is the Python. And also, I think most of my question has been answered. But I want to know the nature of the class, and if it's going to be paid or whatever, and your answer is going to be much of a cost of use. Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you, Hassan. Good question. I think my question to you is: have you registered? If you haven't registered, please do so. All of your questions are valid, and when we, have the one-on-one, we would, even ask you more questions and ensure that we create a kind of bespoke training for you. So please, if you haven't registered, I would encourage you to do so, because that's the only way that we can communicate with you. All right. Thanks for that. Any other question, Tosin, from anyone?
I think Adetola is raising his hand.
Adetola, quickly, do you want to?
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Wale. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon.
I would like John to quickly explain that certification once again, because while he was teaching, I saw something like CDSP certified, and I think I saw something like CAIP. Is there any relationship between the certification you just mentioned on Excel, Power BI, and all that?
Yeah, John, over to you then.
So I would like him to take us back to that.
Anything with the check mark on this page is from a certification company called CertNexus. They are an ANSI accredited ISO organization that offers certification training in cybersecurity and data science. All of these are industry recognized certifications: certified data science practitioner, certified AI practitioner, certified ethical emerging technologist, AI, and DS Biz. They are all certification classes. These are available through Smart Learning. You can take them. At the end, you will either take an online exam to get accreditation in the Biz classes, or you will have to purchase and then take an exam through Pearson VUE for certified data science, certified AI practitioner, and certified ethical emerging technologist. So
thank you. And thanks again for those responses. Yeah, Viola, I hope that answers your question. Please, by all means, register. You would agree with me, the certification is great, but when you go interview, it's more about what you have done, the practical aspect of it. And that's what we're also going to be, the value that we're going to be adding on top of this certification that you're going to be getting if you decide to go for this. So we would encourage you, please, by all means, register, and we would reach out to you shortly from Monday. It's not going to be today, to be honest, but from Monday, we'll reach out to you if you haven't registered. All right. Any other person?
Take Samuel.
Samuel? I think we have. Okay. Go on.
Good afternoon. Are you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you.
you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John. How are you doing?
good.
And I want to talk about all about people from Nigeria. There's no this kind of post appreciated in a country like this. So do you have any opportunity for us, like in Nigeria? Okay, when we are done, we can get a job maybe outside the country, or we can be appreciated outside the country, because this type of data analytics is not appreciated in our country. Don't value it. So do you have any plan for people like that in a country where this type of things are not valued? So we won't just learn it, then we'll be able to maximize it. So that's the question I'm asking.
Okay, John, I would let you. Do you have any response? Because I can answer that question, actually. You've already answered the question in your presentation.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I will say is that a lot of the data science or cybersecurity roles are able to be done remotely. And while I recognize that there isn't necessarily a huge opportunity, maybe in the specific area that you live, many of these jobs they can be done remotely. They're looking to hire people that have the skills. So two things. For every job posting on LinkedIn, or for every job posting on Indeed or any of the job boards, they need to make 10 job postings to find one person. So companies will hire from anywhere, and they will let you work remote. A lot of companies will let you work remote if you've got the skills. So if you get the skills, you will find a job doing this. The second thing is obviously Africa is exploding with data science opportunities now. Now, many of these are in South Africa, many are sub-Saharan Africa, but that would absolutely include Nigeria. So there are opportunities that we're growing, and there may not necessarily be an opportunity today where you live, but there will be in the next 5 years. So that's my answer.
Absolutely. So I think the first thing first for you, Samuel, is to ensure that you gain the right skills. And I totally understand, by reason of the location where you live in Nigeria. But if there's something that John said in the course of the presentation, is get to be skilled up, because a lot of organization, maybe in the US or in the UK or any other part of the world, they are looking for people that have got the skills. You'll be shocked to know there's a whole lot of US company, looking to hire people in Africa. All right, looking to hire someone like you. I don't know where you live, but if you're in Nigeria, looking to hire somebody like you in Africa. So what I would do first, whilst it's important to think about the location, but more importantly, I will start by upskilling first, making sure that I have the right skills, and making sure that I am marketable. That is what I would do first. All right. I hope that answers your question. Somebody saying Galaxy, someone is Galaxy A50. I don't know if that's the name of the person, or it's just.
Sorry, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name.
Go on.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. Now, my question is, I've not really been a science student or whatever in that class. So this is the first time I'm hearing a presentation on data analysis like this. And to be honest, it caught my attention. I have registered through the link that was sent to the platform. So I want to know if, and you said the class will span for 1 month.
Yeah.
So I want to know if it's possible for me to be at that level where I'll be employable.
All right.
I'm going to have an open throughout this class. So I want to know if it's possible to learn everything in 1 month, because I was in Python. I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, very good question. And I'm glad that you're keen and you're really interested in this. For us, we believe in possibilities. You may not be able to learn everything in 1 month, but what you learn would be good enough, for you to progress into the next level. And what we're going to be doing in the pre-course, we would link up the data analyst and the data science road together, and we'll be able to show you a roadmap of the journey. That's exactly what we're going to be doing in the pre-course, where we will tell you how much time you need to learn, to become, the introductory part, how much time you need, to learn to become a data analyst. Then, if you want to progress in becoming a data science, which is more advanced, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in the pre-course. And you can also I will also be able to, we'll be realistic as well to tell you the duration. But don't forget that the end goal for a lot of people is, if they haven't learned these skills, they want to go and, apply for a job with it. And that's where we're also, quite big in, we would help you all throughout this journey to the point that you are comfortable. So we're not just doing this alone, we're doing it in conjunction with, logical operations. We have, people as well, member of our staff that are very, very, they're experts in Power BI and also Tableau. So if that is the beginning for you, you know what I mean. We have, I don't know if Mike is here today. We have Mike, who is a PhD holder in IoT, and it's also very, very, he's big and is an expert in that area. So, we have a combination of people that are not just only expert, then we also have logical operation that we're working with as well. So you can't go wrong with it, and we would be there to support you all through this journey. So I would advise you just register, and we will reach out to you shortly.
All right, thank you. I've registered. Thank you very much.
All right, no worries. Any other question? We should run this up in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Tosi, any question in the chat?
We have Olagoke raising his hands, but we took a question from him earlier. I don't know if it's a repetition.
Good afternoon, Tosi. It's still about the same question. I've been clicking the link and it's not working.
Which link?
The link to register.
Can anyone else confirm that the link works? I sent a link in the chat, and I know Mr. Harry confirmed that it works, and it works on my own end too.
So what you should do, try copying that link, open another browser, and paste it there, because it might be from your end, or I don't know if you have a firewall on, because it works. I've tried all the links that she has posted in different computers from my end here, and they all worked.
I've seen lots of confirmation that it works. Thank you, everyone.
And
thank
Tosi,
you, Mr. Harry.
If it doesn't work for you, please, by all means, Jern, would you mind, scrolling to the hand as well so that they can see our contact information?
Or he could leave his email address. I'll reach out to him.
Okay, yeah, if you can, just send him this is, you can reach out. I've got our telephone number, email there, for those that could not complete the form. All right, so ladies first and gentlemen, thank you, John. Thank you so much. Like I said, what you have done for us today, you have successfully demystified all the mysteries behind data science. And that's what you've done today. And you make us feel like, wow, this is like a piece of cake. It's simple. And thank you. So we would be reaching out to everyone that have registered. John, at some point as well, we would communicate to yourself as well to discuss the next level. Someone says, what is the difference between data science and data mining?
One last question. We can do this. Data science is the entire profession, right? Data science is when you do data mining, you take data from sites, you do data scraping, you analyze the data, you create algorithms so you can automate the process. Data mining is just simply going out and grabbing data or taking data from a system and putting it into a database. So it's a subset of data science. It's just a term that people use. The more popular term now is data wrangling, is what
data wrangling. Yeah. I like that word.
Yeah. It's because data mining used to be what we called when we were grabbing data from a single source. So you go out and you mine one source. now it's wrangling because it's like you're trying to get cattle together. You've got some over here, some over there, some up there, some behind you. So you got to find, it's all the disparate data sets that are out there. So
fantastic. Wrangling like a wrangler.
Yes, like a cowboy.
Like a cowboy,
being a cowboy or cowgirl, absolutely.
Yeah, good stuff. All right. So guys, thank you, John. Thank you. We can't thank you enough. Thanks for everyone that joined. I hope, you find this informative for yourself. And, we would be looking forward to you completing those. We'll be looking forward to discussing this with you later on as you have completed those forms. For those that need to reach us, you can connect with us on LinkedIn. You can reach us via the telephone as well. And the next step will just be the actual training itself. So thank you. And goodbye from us in Smart Learning and also from Logical Operation. John, anything you want to say before we close?
I appreciate the opportunity. I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday, and I look forward to speaking with some of you in the future.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.